So, you know, these things wouldn't be happening if people weren't being censored.
Well, sure, Laura, can I ask you this question? You're a smart, pro-America Jewish lady that you know, it's an American that lives in Florida. From my experience studying what goes on in politics, aren't Jews like everybody else, like left-wing, right-wing, and different factions fighting with each other and everybody else, like any other group? I mean, I understand there's powerful groups in Hollywood and all these mafias,
for Jews.
but it's like we don't blame Italians for the Italian mafia. And when I criticize the Jewish mafia, which is one of the most powerful in the world, which I don't like, I don't dislike because they happen to be Jewish, I happen because they're a mafia. That's really how I think we destigmatize it, just say no to the mafia that is the ADL in Hollywood. Or do you disagree with that or agree, or you want to say something?
No, look, there's factions within any group, but right? I don't think that you can really generalize any group. I think that when you look at the demographics of Jews in America, over 73% of Jews vote Democrat. And so when you see a lot of, you know, people making decisions who happen to
technically,
be Jewish,
Kanye can say it wasn't him talking.
But I'm a nationalist, you know.
I mean, he's a massive. Look at ID him.
Jewish, and I've been a very strong.
No positive ID.
And that's the question. Why were they so scared of you? Because you've been as much banned as me, or even more. I mean, they have come after you. Why do they? Why are they scared of Laura Loomer?
Because I'm a free speech absolutist, and regardless of what
Bro, I
somebody
thought Nadia was talking for a second.
whatever they may say about
I think this phrase "free speech absolutist" is annoying. I would prefer if people stopped using it, because it's something that is very easily misunderstood, and you are inviting something that will cause these kinds of problems. Yeah, you're inviting something like this to happen, because, like, for example, you're not really a free speech absolutist. Like, if somebody posted your address, like some popular person posted your home address and said to burn down
exactly.
your house,
See, exactly.
I think you would want them to take that down. You'd want to have some sort of repercussions for that. So let's go ahead and
guys, let's say I go to my opponent that I don't like it. I post a photo next to his house and say, "Wow, what a view here at 123 False Road. Damn, makes me think of that one guy I don't like. Haha."
Jews or whatever they may have to say about Israel or Judaism.
I'm
not going to advocate for anybody to be silenced, anybody to be banned, or anybody to have their accounts shut down or their money frozen simply because of their viewpoints. This is America, and we need to promote free speech absolutism, and we need our politicians to start promoting free speech absolutism. And this is what I ran when I ran.
Yeah, this is such a stupid term. It just annoys me so much that they keep pushing this term.
Congress
it's such a bad.
It's
so easily dismantleable.
Which was actually the most Jewish district in the country, and then most recently in District 11. You know, I ran on a campaign of free speech absolutely.
No, I know you do. So what about a First Amendment or a Bill of Rights party?
Yeah, let me read one thing. You're conflating free speech with individual company policies and user-hosted digital content. Private company have their own policies. Free speech absolutism is about public discourse, not social networks, dude. I think that there's an ideal of free speech where people want to be able to have conversations about things on private platforms without being worried about getting censored. I understand that freedom of speech in the First Amendment fashion does not apply to private companies. Everybody understands that. However, it's still an ideal that a lot of people want to see fulfilled. So that's clearly what I care about. That's what matters to me.
Well, you know, that could transcend party lines. What about a free speech, pro to self-defense, a First Amendment, Second Amendment party? I mean, how do we fix this, Ye?
We fix this with the word of Christ. The first book of Moses called Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Did he bring a Bible?
The earth was without form and void. And darkness
is that a fucking Bible right there?
Of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. That's where we start.
And they know.
Okay, well, yeah, that explains it. Wow, yeah.
It's a bestseller.
When you wake up in class and the teacher calls on you, yes, that's exactly it. Like, was he even paying attention? That had nothing to do with anything that she was saying.
Know that. That's why Prometheus shows that. All right, Laura, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank God she's gone.
I want to move on to Ollie and
thank you very much for calling and talk later.
Chat, who is this guy?
All right, so good. That's good. Great, Nick.
Great.
Nick, yeah, see you in Florida. You want to say something before we go to Ollie, Alexander, and Owen?
Give me one
Yeah,
second.
I want to jump in and say that I agree. I think, though, that it's not so much about the Bill of Rights. I think it's really more about...
Is that thing we left the other podcast? Right? And then chase down Kanye on the way out of it? Was it him or somebody else? Oh, he's touring with him. I thought he was gonna get out of the other podcast and go glaze him outside, so they make sure so like this happens later on the line. But I don't know. What happened? Wait, somebody call him?
So sometimes, like, obviously, like, you know, Miz or XQC or Soda or somebody will, like, go around and look on Twitch to see what everybody else is doing. And so XQC opened up my stream a bit ago whenever I was watching this. And obviously, like, his viewers, whenever they see him do that, they will type his name in my chat. And I usually try to ignore it because sometimes it can be annoying, and I think it annoys those streamers too. I don't mind people watching my stream. That's totally fine. But I usually ignore it. My dad just called me to tell me that he was watching my stream and Hassan's stream and XQC's stream, and that XQC was watching my stream.
Yeah, guys, this is me, Asmongold, guys! Guys!
Christianity. I think that what America needs is a Christian party.
Oh, I agree. Politically, it's about our freedoms, but you're right. Christ is first.
Right, and it gets
Wait,
to the
Hassan
nature
as well?
of Judaism, which is the fact that Jews do not believe that Christ was the Son of God. And in fact, they're the only group that hate Jesus. Muslims see Jesus as a prophet.
They do.
Buddhists, Hindus see Jesus as a spiritual figure. Jews write in their Talmud that Christ is burning in hell.
Guys,
they don't like the cross.
Well, I think that's because
I'm only watching Asmongold chat because I'm on a one strike with Twitch. If I get banned, I'm banned.
I don't. Is that true?
If Asmon watches this and I watch him, he takes a ban.
In hell? Yeah, is this legit true? I have no idea. Yeah, yes or no? I have no idea. That's nuts. I mean, I never read this shit.
Jew, or we say he's not really a Jew.
It's not the same thing, though, because the kind of Judaism that we have now is not of the Old Testament. It's of the rabbinical oral tradition. So these people are worshiping.
They're not following the Old Testament. They're following the Zohar and the Talmud and all that.
That's right, exactly. So I
mean, people should read that for themselves. What about Haile Selassie? Because this is what happened to Kyrie Irving, and it made me really mad because when I was a kid,
growing up reading comic
books and stuff, I could read really early. When I was like 5, I could read like a 10-year-old.
What is
When
that?
I was 10, I could read like.
Judaism doesn't believe in having a hell. Some do. There's no definitive view of the afterlife in Judaism.
Is it a bug
I
catcher?
actually really like to go back. Like, I've wanted to read like the Quran and you know, the Torah, the Talmud. I want to read these things because like I always read what these books say, but I never read the books. So like I'm always playing telephone with this. And I would like to read it to actually know what was said. Because my assumption is that what people say they said isn't what was said. It might be close to it, but not quite.
A college student, and so I put down comic books when I was about 8 because my mom had all these history books, and with some of them were picture history books, so I started reading those. And it's like a fact that Solomon married a bunch of black women.
So sorry, I didn't know what it was.
It's a fact that Ethiopia was Jewish. It's a fact that North Africa was Jewish. It's a fact that went on. And then Kyrie Irving puts out a video explaining that a bunch of North African blacks are intermarried and part Jewish, and Israel lets a bunch of blacks in because they can prove that their lineage, their names are Jewish names. So how is it anti-Semitic?
Here we go.
And how does the ADL say it's anti-Semitic for black people who are related directly to King Solomon and King David, the line of Judah, which Haile Selassie was the leader of Ethiopia? That's where this whole movement comes from. To act like they don't know this, I'm not blaming Jews for this, I'm blaming the leftist ADL. To deny black Jews their heritage is a historic fraud.
Sure.
It's a damn historic fact. It's on Wikipedia. It's not even debated.
It's true, but it's not just the leftists, it's the right-wing ones too, you know, because in Israel, Ye was just showing me a clip the other day where they are racist towards the Sudanese or Ethiopian
did he just quote Wikipedia
black
like
Jews
the
that
absolute
immigrate into Israel, they kick them out, there's quotas.
Well, Israel's even mean to the Hasidic Jews now. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They're waging war.
Right, so, and I agree with you, and what they've done to...
So it won't be removed, have to allow access to those viewpoints. Oh, yeah, I mean, they're probably not going to remove this shit. The thing is, like, they don't want to start removing different films, because as soon as you start removing them, then everybody wants everything removed, because it's like, oh, well, you remove this one thing, and so you should remove everything else. Yeah. And so, of course, they're not going to remove it. It makes sense for them. Yeah, they don't want to be told what to do.
Kyrie Irving is just
a beautiful person, wonderful guy. He'll tell you, he goes, yeah, what runs Israel's evil, and so is your group.
There's a reason we can't quote it on good papers and whatnot.
That Kyrie won't sign his basketball. Back to you, Nick.
But what about that issue? I'm sure you know about Haile Selassie and Kyrie Irving. Your take on Kyrie?
That's my brother. And I love the fact that just like now, it felt like you were in this battle by yourself, but now you got two warriors alongside of you like gargoyles at the top of the buildings in New York, ready to fight for Christ.
This might be a stretch. Is Ben Shapiro a fan of basketball? Like, I've never really heard him talk about it a whole lot. Like, yes, no, people saying no, yes, I don't know. I could easily see that the implication of this joke is that Ben Shapiro wants him to sign the basketball to sell it for more money or something like that, especially in the context of the other jokes that he told that were predicated on Jewish stereotypes. It's something, yeah, it's a stretch. I think it's a stretch too, but it's not that big of a stretch. I don't know. It's something that's worth considering.
And when Kyrie put up that information, they always want to write me out and say, Ye is just so crazy, so crazy, so crazy. And then Kyrie was like, okay, here goes some information right here. Information is the unlock. There's 5 elements that the 1%, the elites, use to control the 99%, which are the masses. Those elements are water, food, shelter, medicine, and education. Which one of those 5 elements are the most important? Education. Because with the knowledge, you can go get water, you can go get food, you can get shelter, and you can get medication.
They don't want independence.
Sure, I think this is true. I think what he's saying is true. And this is generally what's happened before in the past, is that many governments have intentionally declined to have people in their culture know things. You know, whether this was like, you know, like people couldn't read the Bible back in the day, which gave the church the basically a monopoly on saying what the Bible said because they couldn't read back then. And this gave the church a tremendous amount of power. So, yes, I think that this is very, very common.
Oh, why wasn't asking like he knows anything?
And Paul Pot, yeah.
Kyrie fought for something.
I think you can even make an argument here in America that, you know, the lack of education towards, you know, everyday expenses, things like learning how to pay a mortgage, learning what a mortgage
is,
learning how to do your
fucking taxes.
The lack of education in that, you know, and instead you're learning about how to divide fractions. I would indulge an argument that this is an intentional.
Chat, if everybody knew how to do the taxes and some of the loopholes or some of the normal benefits that people, normal everyday people can have, what benefits everybody else?
What his job was. They had the Hebrew Israelites in front of the game, and now the high schools. I always think about the high schools. I always think about the future, the grammar schools, the high schools. These are the people that are going to change our lives. So the high schools are asking questions. People are running around saying, oh, Ye's racist. What is the term racism was created in, I think, the construct of racism was created in
the communist Russians.
Yeah, and it's like the whole woke culture, the idea of the white man did this, the Jewish guy did this. Now I'm saying specifically the bankers. I think my misstep in the tweet was to pinpoint a people as opposed to pinpointing the devil and the effect that the devil used to have that. But more than that, it was my disobedience to God that forced me into the whale's stomach. as I am right now. But it's only my obedience to God that's going to bring me out.
Keep in mind that in the Bible, it was never actually explicitly stated that Jonah was swallowed by a whale. He was only swallowed by a large fish. It's not necessarily a whale. It was a big fish.
I think it's a metaphor here.
Of the whale's stomach.
Well, let's elaborate. You're not walking back what you said. You are clarifying it, which is key. It's evil in the hearts of men and women that's a problem. And so you're not walking it back. You're clarifying. This is big.
Let's clarify. Satan, the angel, God's Lucifer. One of his favorite angels, one of the most powerful angels.
The most powerful.
Yeah. Satan. That's what I like. The most powerful angel. Satan. And he brought...
Well, he obviously not the most powerful because Gabriel shut his ass down. Obviously not. Fucking like, yeah, he shot his head down. Like, what do you mean? That didn't fucking happen. Was it Michael? Oh fuck, I messed up. Sorry, Michael. Yeah, Michael shut his ass down.
Angels with him when he left heaven, right? How many angels did Satan bring with him?
33% of them. So he brought billions of angels with him.
So angels. I mean,
how do we know it was billions? Like, this is always the funniest thing whenever you really talk about these ideas. Like, how do you know that it was billions and not millions? How do you know it was billions and not trillions? Like, how do we know that the amount of angels that were taken to hell
Bible
with Satan,
with Kanye.
Lucifer, was in the billions? Like, this is a pointless argument? Well, the thing is that you're right, it's kind of pointless. But it's in Revelations? Wait, in Revelations they said it was billions? I don't remember that. I don't remember reading that.
I thought that was a card map,
though.
Satan has 33% of God's warriors with him, working for Satan. But God runs the world. And it's Satan.
Those are the angels that turned into Balrogs, by the way. The ones that went with Lucifer.
That gets inside of the Zionists and makes them do evil things. But these are stories, because I'm a baby Christian, right? But I heard that, God loves me so much. He loves me so much, right? Then I go to Drink Champs and I'm drinking. And the Bible says king don't drink, right? I know it's not Milo. I know I'm not saying it in correct, perfect English. But the Bible says king don't drink. And I'm drinking and I'm smoking, and I'm using my ego because I'm tired of these like fed.
You're like, I'm lit.
Let me say, I'm tired of these fed celebrities trying to pick on me, thinking that they gangster. We not in high school, Meek Mills. We not in high school, Puff Daddy.
He calls out Meek Mill and Puff Daddy. Holy fuck. Yeah, is he saying fed as in, like, well-fed, or fed as in the Federal Bureau of Investigation? I'm not sure.
And everyone thinks that they're so much more gangster, like they got me in some way.
Yeah.
I'll soldier in a
And
minute.
none of y'all
I
are
don't
more
want
gangster than God, and God got me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that.
Oh no! Everybody pose and acting tough. It's nothing. If you talk about rebel black sheep,
this is insane,
I mean, you're definitely it, buddy.
Yeah, y'all not tough to me. But I'm drinking, and then I start saying stuff that doesn't please God, right? It wasn't the Zionists, it wasn't the banks. It's God set me back. But the fact.
So he thinks that because he spoke out of turn and because he was drinking, God did this to him, and he is working. God is working through these Jewish people that are they have a conspiracy against him, and God. So what the what the fuck? Oh my God. Like, whoa.
Chat, is Kanye like assigning a bunch of things that happen in the Bible, whatever, to himself and his lifestyle and what's happening? And he's trying to like,
and Forbes couldn't get around it. It showed God
draw the path,
me, but
pretty much.
he had to set me back a little.
Well, it's a Jobian proverb. You're going through a Jobian
that's
trial.
tough.
Yeah, because
Job is a guy that God had a deal with the devil. He was betting the devil, and basically God bet the devil, like, yo, I could fuck this dude's life up a bunch and he's still gonna love me, and devil's like, nah. And so then God fucks his life up just to fucking, I mean, like, it's pretty fucked. I mean, really, like, that's a yeah, like, God was getting it twisted. Damn, man, what the fuck?
Since I lost my wife, right, since I lost my family and I was no longer the priest right in the middle of that home, and I didn't have the say-so over the content that my kids watch and what they wore and where they went to school and how we went to church and what they ate, I was frustrated, and I let the devil come and get me. I let the devil pull me in. Next thing you know, I'm at New Year's Eve parties having threesomes. I'm like,
hey.
Hey,
you know what? It is what it is. And like the thing is, what he's saying right now, is mostly agreeable. What Kanye West is saying right now, I would say this is mostly agreeable behavior. These are mostly agreeable things he's bringing up.
God was so mad at me. He said, I empowered you. I gave you every skill set. You're like Moses. You saved Caesar's life in battle twice. You know, you might stutter. You might not be the best communicator, but you're a leader, Ye, and you're down there. You're not representing me. You're drinking. You're having sex. And you know what? And God, he waited on me. He let me go, 8 months into the year. But it wasn't until I bragged about serving Satan with the actions that God said, I got to set you back now and set you.
See, this is what I'm saying before. Is like the whole thing, everything is about him being chosen by God.
That's what I was saying.
That's what the whole shit is about. This is the whole thing.
Straight.
I feel like,
we're moving my school. We're moving the Donda Theology Engineering University into a church. And we were there talking with the pastor. And then a homeless gentleman came in and was talking to us.
Out of that mindset seems to be hard.
I don't know, but this was the greatest theologist that I've met. And I had him come to a Bible study. We were working on the walk to the house. I don't like to call it a campaign.
Main character syndrome? No, I have no problem with somebody being a main character. Like, you should be the main character in your own life.
Of course you should.
The only other exception is, like, if you have a kid, the kid's the main character in your life, totally fucking fine. But in general, you should be the main character in your own life. Like, you should be looking out for yourself. Like, that's not a bad thing. It's only a bad thing whenever it's like, God chose me. And like that's it. He thinks he's the Messiah. Well, there are a lot of people, you have to keep this in mind, that this is a very common train of thought among people that are extremely religious, is that they did bad things and then God punished them for these bad things, and now they are atoning for it and learning to love God by not acting in these ways. This is an extremely common paradigm.
Working to the walk.
Yeah, hold on. This is a hard break at the end of the hour. Stations rejoin us. I skipped the other break. We got to have this. We're back in 2 minutes. We got to do this hard break. And I actually want to put a website out where people can actually hear what you have to say.
I want you to remind me what I'm saying so I can give this explanation.
No, you told me on the phone the story.
I kind of want to watch him finish
I need to tell the people, though.
That's why you just say let people believe what they believe in. If they don't hurt anybody. Because it might be their motivator or their reason why they do good things. If it's good for them, I have no problem with it.
I get it, but they also got to know where to actually find what you're actually saying.
The only place to find it is in the Bible. My website is the Bible.
Nick, where do people find what you're doing?
Cozy.tv/Nick and the Bible.
That website changes weekly for Nick, it seems.
All right. I'm just trying to all right. Hey, it's all about free speech. We'll be right back. Hour number 3 with Ye and so many more.
TV.
And we've got Owen Schroyer and Ali.
I mean, to be fair, his website being the Bible, this is what I'm saying, right? Is like, yeah, he's obviously a bit nuts, right? But it seems as though I don't think this is for personal gain, if that makes sense.
Alexander, loaded, ready to go.
Yeah, this is on brand.
Studio, 10 feet through that wall. So they're coming up. Hour number 3 of the most banned broadcast in the world, straight ahead.
The voice, man. Oh, my God. Wow.
Thanksgiving 2022 is here. We've got the biggest sale of the year going right now. Now, the good news is I'm going to extend this sale.
Bro, skip this shit, bruh.
Christmas. The bad news is by Christmas, almost every product in the store will be sold out. We won't get more.
What's all this shit, dude? So
now is the time to take action.
Ultimate krill oil, Bio True Selenium, Bodies, Survival Shield, Brain Force,
cut the shit the fuck off.
Activated Charcoal,
what is he
X2,
doing?
Winter Sun, Activated Charcoal again. Wow.
Activated Charcoal.
They get the biggest sales of the year.
The names are great.
X2 and X3 and BioTrue Selenium and our Wake Up America.
I'm a very, I am very unhappy with the fact that...
Well, that's an important medicine thing.
This is nothing unique to Alex Jones, but I don't think that you should be able to push any sort of a product and promote any sort of a medical benefit to it unless it is like massively like FDA approved in like all these different ways. I really don't like this at all. Patriot Blend,
actual mega real shit.
It has guns in the bag.
Award-winning coffee, and now DNA Force Plus.
It's like Lucky Charms, but instead of like rainbows, the marshmallows are guns and AR-15s.
Bro,
and one of the
all these health benefits. It reminds me when I went to some fucking sex shop, okay? And I go to the counter, they have these massive pills, like massive erection, like everlasting sexualness. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? Like, how is that even a thing, man?
Secret 12.
And you can just buy that shit off the counter? Like, fuck, man.
Or the next month. Again,
what?
More stuff's gonna sell out today. So every hour you wait.
Oh my god, this channel, you guys are like fucking 15. Forget it.
Promo code 1776 and you get 30% off the already giant savings at InfoWars.
Oh my god, dude.
Promo code 1776, boys.
God bless.
Oh my god.
All you have to do is check out what I'm saying, and that's why they run the fake headline against myself.
Senator goes to a sex shop, but that's not true.
Carlson
They're amazing. What the fuck? I love those things.
Tucker Carlson has known Alex Jones for like 20 years.
Employees are cool and knowledgeable.
You can go back and find footage of Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones together from many years ago.
Whenever you're a busy guy like me, you'll know him one day.
Or Tucker Carlson says nobody would take me seriously. Where did we say that? We never said that. They just say we said that. But where's the clip? Where's the article? Doesn't exist.
Alex Jones is playing a character and is a performance artist.
Jones is playing a character on his radio show.
The radio rants of Alex Jones are just an act.
He's actually...
I thought this was a defense whenever he got sued by his ex-wife.
Of course it's a defense.
That's my understanding. He got sued by his ex-wife, and this was one of his defense.
A performance artist.
Yeah.
He's a performance artist. Alex Jones.
It's a good defense too, though.
They're lying to you because they think you're stupid. And it's all based on a custody battle with my ex-wife 5 years ago. And she was trying to put into evidence me dressed up more than a decade before like the Joker, being sarcastic, saying, take your Prozac, kids, take your illegal drugs too. You'll die, it's fun. So people wouldn't take drugs. And they wanted to enter that in evidence. They look, he's insane telling kids to use drugs. And my lawyer went, when Jack Nicholson plays the part of the Joker, no one thinks that's really Jack Nicholson. So yeah, when I've been Cobra Commander, Hail Cobra, or Optimus Prime, Autobots, let's roll, or the Joker, because I can do imitations of them all really good, or Darth Vader.
Don't act so surprised.
What the fuck is going on?
You didn't think you could silence the American people, did you?
Do I really think I'm Darth Vader?
This guy's so fucking entertaining, man.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, it sucks and it's good.
Regardless of like all this stupid shit, he's so funny. He will do anything to make the viewers happy. Yeah, it's so fucking ridiculous.
No. Do I think I'm
Optimus Prime? He's crazy. Yeah, I know, that's what I said.
No. And clearly, no reasonable person would think when I'm doing satire,
it's brain rot, but
what I'm saying is what I really think. No one believes the Babylon Bee. It's not trying to lie to you.
That's not true. People believe the Onion all the time. People believe the Babylon Bee many times as well. That's just basically the conservative version of the Onion. You think Alex Jones' intentions come from a good place? He's made some massive fuck-ups. I don't think he's ontologically evil. I think that you border on having bad intentions whenever you are selling like different types of like stuff to people and it has no proven health effects, but it's advertised to have some. I don't think this is something that's unique to Alex Jones, but I do think that this is a bad thing.
Fix his hair?
Besides that, is he an evil, bad person? Does he, I think there's one way to look at, does he believe what he is saying? I do think that Alex Jones genuinely believes what he is saying.
Listen, he kind of has a weird way, though.
Sarcastic.
Buy the Vaccinate Elmo doll today. It's required by the CDC.
I like
play those games.
I like that you can't. I get it. He's kind of balding a little bit. But you can't really tell though.
People, okay, this is a joke. This
the
is
hair
serious.
shape.
They clip it out.
They have a nice
and they
way.
Say, no, this is what he really believes.
Every day when I leave work, I do this. That man's a threat to this country.
And they go, look, he admitted in court he's an actor. Well, yeah, I was an actor in Scanner Darkly. I was an actor in Waking Life. I was an actor when I was Cobra Commander. But it doesn't mean that Alex Jones, the talk show host, up here reading news articles to you isn't a real thing. And
yeah, you can't pick and choose though. That's super hard.
You're insulted right now. I'm even explaining that to you. And so am I. But that's who these people are.
Picking and choosing is really hard.
Specific, what happened in court. I can see this being true. What he's saying is plausible.
Because you can retroactively say,
I don't really care
there, oh, that was bad? I was the character. Totally oh, that was good? I was myself. Oh, wait, you're gonna cancel me for this? No, 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 no. That was a character back then. It's tough, though.
Of the dark side. Am I really Darth Vader?
Scanner Darkly is actually good.
I think
yeah,
Alex
it's a great
Jones
movie.
Really talented.
Keanu
He's
Reeves is
smart. He's funny as hell. He's truly funny.
I'm kind of retarded.
Now that I've done those imitations, those little jokes, do you now not listen to what I say about other things when I show you a powerful news article?
I'm telling you, if they unleash this guy,
you're bought and paid for after getting rich off of yours.
Back onto Twitter, there will be retribution. A loose cannon. Yeah, his power level is too high. Yeah, I don't think he could fit on Twitter.
By Dr. Joe.
They won't. I think that there's a good chance that Elon Musk will eventually unban Alex Jones from Twitter. I think the chances of this are probably 50-50. But I do think that it could happen.
Joseph Mercola on Infowars.com that has all the side information. The latest tragedy, sudden adult death syndrome. No, that's a real thing. That's something happening in the real world.
Okay.
And that's
what does it know? I think it was interesting of a thing.
I am Alex Jones, and I am the guy on this show every day. I am an American.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? Yeah, somebody says that he won't unban him. Oh, no, I mean, Elon Musk says he's not going to do something, and then like 5 minutes later he does it. That doesn't mean anything.
What I promote is freedom and justice and liberty, and they can't stand it.
Seen the video of the Doom trailer? We will watch, if you guys remind me, after this, we will watch the Doom trailer, Alex Jones, before I watch anything else.
84 is 1776.
What's with those paws, man?
The fucking intro, man.
Who's about the content? Dude, I'm going around to
I'm gonna skip ahead.
Attacked and threatened.
I love how he shows like attacked and threatened, and there's like.
Dude, I just want to see what happened with Kanye anyway.
5
I saw the clips, but I didn't see
it's like, eh. Watch.
Attacked.
There he is.
And threatened. Because we are effective.
Let me skip forward. Okay.
Infowars.com.
Imagine this on cocaine.
He's got his mask. He's a superhero. I represent the bad guys. David Icke's little reptoids. So, now your enemy's in here hosting the show with you, yay.
Oh my god, bro.
One of my best buddies who works for us, does a really good job.
Oh my god.
He's over there with us. Oh, now he's turning to Alex Jones.
He's Alex Jones.
So what are we going to do here?
Oh.
Yay. The Balenciaga situation. You made a great point during a break earlier about how they just need a new devil, but that's a devil to distract us from the fact that we become the devil. But that's kind of what you said. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, I just saw people
making
videos about it, and I said, it just seems like it's just more noise and mayhem and code red and things to get people outraged. As I said before.
Bro, I don't think so, man. That Balenciaga shit went deep. There's like 3 or 4 other examples. Like that's, as I said, that's a check your hard drives type situation. Yeah, I don't think it's just noise.
Every form of pornography is only
when I was at Levi.
Sorry, I was looking at an article.
10 years away from pedophilia. Anybody that's watching pornography, if you're watching a woman have sex on camera, she's reliving the trauma of being molested. Like a greater majority of women that end up being strippers, prostitutes, or pornographers, adult film stars, have gone through the trauma of experiencing pedophilia, but sex is a legal drug.
I've heard that people that are involved with porn, there is a higher proportion of them that have been subject to some sort of sexual molestation. I think that this is true, but I would not. This is something I've heard, not something I'm certain of.
That's pushed to destroy.
It makes sense.
Humanity.
I could see some pathways
if you drive
of that.
down the street in California, they will be pushing strip
clubs,
clubs, they're pushing alcohol, they're pushing sex. It's this is like, so for people to have this moral code about pedophilia, but no moral code about strip clubs, pornography, and the sex industry, it's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that all of that is wrong. So Jesus said so, or Jesus said no. That's when we just need to follow.
So let me ask you this. What about world population? The globalists say there's too many people. They want to sterilize us. They want to promote transgenderism. They want to depopulate us. Do you think that that's accurate? Or, I mean, what do you think of the New World Order and its overall agenda?
I believe so. I'm more of a gut feeling person. Like I said, I'm the battering ram. And you guys are the SWAT team to come in afterwards and then give the information.
Made porn, though?
God has.
I think I've seen that.
I think a better example of this, and like something that's a little bit more specific in what he's saying, is that Kanye West is effectively shifting the. There's a phrase called the Overton window, and this is used in politics to describe the window in which acceptable political opinions inside of culture can exist in. So a lot of people think that the Overton window has moved too far to the left. And what Kanye West is basically doing is that he is shifting it so far over to the right by saying this like anti-Jewish stuff, things like that.
I got dozens of
those.
Then
other people like Nick Fuentes can come in and claim a more neutral ground in that shifted window. I think that's what he's really trying to say. Does that make sense?
People, different kind of,
and it actually did.
Different kind of warriors, different heights.
It works.
Different mindsets, different colors, and our collective agenda needs to be to serve God in what we do. And we
can't do that if we don't have a open free debate.
Okay, chat. I'm gonna go pee. I'll leave it on 5 minutes. I'm gonna go pee.
And that's what we have.
Water,
God brought us here. You created this platform, the InfoWars.
I don't really think that it's an open debate, though, right? Because whenever you just say that it's in the book, then it's not really a debate. It's just that if it's in the book, then you have to do what's in the book. I mean, that's what I think.
Heard about the legend of Alex Jones from this lady named Tracy Romulus, Tracy Gwen, who is
sorry, Asmon, I love you, man.
faking like a Christian, is really, you know what? Much love to Tracy Romulus and Tracy Gwen, because this is the type of person I will sue. I'm just going to say I prefer that person not be next
So again, I think that this is an indication that him wearing the mask is to create plausible deniability in case he would get sued in the future, to say that it could not be him under this mask and it's not provable in court. So it would be harder to hold him accountable for things that he would say on the show. So all I'm saying is that him mentioning that shows that he was cognizant enough to be aware that this could be a liability in the future.
My children. So much love, and Jesus, God bless your family. I would prefer that person be not next to my children. Next person, next subject.
Balenciaga, though, you were I mean, just overall, what do you, because obviously you were with a lot of fashion brands. Now the stuff's come out. It's almost like they did this on purpose as a PR stunt.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. You know, I'm friends with the head designer, and I believe that it was a setup. I think it was a hit job. And now all of a sudden,
if it was a setup or a hit job, I think Balenciaga needs to step up themselves and say that, and, you know, enthusiastically cooperate with authorities to figure out exactly how this happened. Yeah, that's fine. Like, if they want to play that role, if they want to play that game and say that it was a setup, because I think that's probably, it could be true. It could be that the marketing director or the director of photography that does the Balenciaga stuff is like some weird fucking freak or something. And like, he doesn't have anything to do with like the people that run sales or the people that run merchandising. Like, yeah, 100% that could be the case. But in order for anybody to believe them, they have to stop pretending like it's just like some weird thing or it's not real. You have to acknowledge that it happened.
Everyone is so outraged and focused on Balenciaga, but then we're still aborting our kids. We're still fornicating. We're still killing each other. We're still listening to music that promotes that. But we don't wear Balenciaga now. You shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what are you doing? You're throwing stones. Oh my God! But you know our moral code. We just cheated on our wives. We just fornicated. We just had threesomes. We just bought some sex on Instagram. We just sold some sex. We use sex to sell a product. But we don't like Balenciaga. Shut up! Shut up! I'm throwing the tablets right now. Shut up. Instagram is about prostitution, and everyone involved in any version of the sex business is as bad as the pedophiles. So everyone shut up.
That's way too much. I think that is way too much. I feel like this is also a reverse argument of what he was using to justify things that were positive about the Nazis and Hitler, etc. I feel like this is like a reverse argument of that. Yeah, I don't think that it's... I think that it is very bad to conflate actual, like, I don't like saying actual pedophilia. It is very bad to conflate actual pedophilia and what that really is with consenting adults doing things that he doesn't agree with. I am very much not a fan of this.
Shut up. Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of all the thousands of topics we can cover in limited time we have.
Oh, and by the way, like, if you don't like porn, you're not a fan of porn, totally fine. Absolutely 100% totally fine. I respect your choice. Like, yeah, you don't have to. Like, that's fine. You don't have to, like for example, like, I don't like gambling, but I respect other people's choice to gamble. That's just how it is.
You're about to get on a plane and go back to another state and do some new stuff. What else is on your radar? Because there's a lot. What do you think about the Ukraine war? What do you think about the devaluation of the dollar? What do you think about FTX and Bitcoin? I mean, there's so many topics.
Nick?
Well, yeah, in terms of Ukraine and Russia, I haven't really seen so much of that in the news. I'm, of course, pro-Putin. I'm very pro-Russia.
I am also.
Let's go. Yeah.
Why?
You know, you see that this is just an extension of the United States neocon establishment, New World Order type stuff.
What does Putin say about America's value system?
So he said in a speech when he annexed those two breakaway provinces and he annexed the Donbass, he said in a speech that we have totally abandoned traditional values, traditional faith, and that we've actually embraced full-on Satanism. And he's totally right. And
well, it's true. America's embracing Satanism.
Yeah,
but Jesus is alive.
I think that this is very much this is, and again, it makes sense that Nick would align with that because Putin is on his side theologically, or at least not directly aligned, but again, it's on his general side. So yeah, this makes sense.
And these things are going to pull. It's a movement.
It's always religion. Yes.
The devil is a defeated foe. We're not even going to speak any of that into existence. God runs the world, and it's freedom fighters for Christ like us today that are going to stop it right now and say, we got to start here. Right? Each one of us, we are the church. We are the priests of our homes. All the men are the priests of their homes, and everyone is the body of Christ, and we start here. Sin, it's like we're a glass of water, and sin is like throwing acid and used plastic and stepped on bugs in a glass, and then you want to pour some water in, and it tastes bad. So what you want to cover it with an alcohol flavor or with some food coloring or with a sexy outfit or something, and then you want to just keep on drinking that sin and not understand why your stomach is hurting in the morning. And I know as a recovering alcoholic that, you know, a cure for a hangover is another drink. And that's basically what we've been doing. We're all orphans of
keep doubling down.
We're orphans of capitalism. So when we talk about the ideas that we have for the newer version, the amended Constitution that me and Nick are rewriting and working on right now.
Oh my God. What's wrong with Constitution Classic? Why do we need another Constitution? I feel like they pretty much got it right the first time, and we've got the amendment thing, and so you could just add a couple of those. Like we gotta go back and do an entirely new is this Constitution 2? Retail Constitution. And Constitution reforged.
Ideas of purifying our system because we need will and expertise.
Well, let's talk about that. You say you're going to run for president 2024.
I'm not, Alex, you're really good at stating things in a way that gets you sued. So.
No, I thought you're announcing.
That was a good one. That was a fucking good one.
For president, right?
No, I'm not announcing. Alex, love you, love you, love you. What I'm saying with the conversation that we're having about a possible 2024 walk and a victory at the office.
I love how he doesn't talk like you, and this is something that salesmen do. It's a great technique. It's called talking past the sale. So he never talks about running for president. He only talks about being in the office. Yeah, he talks about like how he's already in the office. Yeah, you're talking past the sale. Really great way of selling. Yeah, this is very smart for him to do that. Trump did that too, by the way.
I'm putting everything on the line for the truth to bring you a cleaner system. Our system has been dirtied and muddied and destroyed. I am not the most knowledgeable Christian, and I'm not the most knowledgeable politician.
Okay.
But I am truthful. I'm nobody's hard.
No, I believe that. What I was
that is fucking true. And I think that a big part of this whole what's this arc called? The Kanye arc. Because there was the George Bush doesn't care about black people arc. There was the Taylor Swift arc. There was the Kim Kardashian arc and like Yedolf arc. The Nazi arc. Well,
2 years now.
That's one way to say it. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to say it. Sure. Well, anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's so funny. I forgot even what I was gonna say.
Get to is what is your platform? And you texted me your platform. It makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, it starts here with the Bible, and we're
like the only thing I ever heard Kanye West explicitly say that he would do as president is bring prayer back in schools. That's literally it. That's the only thing I've ever heard him actually say.
Work through this with our designers. We're gonna approach America like Steve Jobs approached Apple. We're the youngest startup in history, but we're the world power because of our military and mainly because of our naval force. And it shows how smart and how powerful Americans are. The engineering, the sheer engineering. We invented Apple. We have the strongest military. And now we have to take that same type of sensibility, take it out of Wall Street's hands and give it to the people. That engineering mind that created the trams, that made Disney, that made Pixar, that made Lucasfilm, that made Apple. That engineering mind, these minds that we have are going to be brought together to cure America, and then we will influence the rest of the world into higher consciousness.
This sounds good. Like, I guarantee you, like, if he used this in his speech, there would be a lot of people that would vote for him. This actually sounds good in an abstract.
And into peace.
And I agree. We were given that birthright, and somehow it's been lost. I'm going to talk about that. And after you leave soon, we're going to have Owen and everybody else and myself stay here and continue on and take calls. And as long as you can stay, I know you got to go soon. But I wanted to bring in Owen Schroyer and Ali Alexander, who helped get you here, for their take and any questions they've got for Ye, because you guys have great questions, great comments. So Owen Schroyer and Ali Alexander.
I'll hold my questions for Ye later, because I kind of want to come in because we have a lot of eyes on this transmission right now. and there's a lot of people sharing their opinions on the internet with this right now. And so I kind of just want to, you know, I just want to take a step back and just say, look.
It's like crazy because like we're like 2 hours into this, but like I'm just now coming to the realization that it happened.
It's over?
Like whenever I see him, it's like this is like the character select screen. It's because it's like really nuts. Like this shit happened. Like, wow.
We're in a difficult realm with what we're doing here today, trying to balance fun and seriousness.
I know what
because we are serious people. We have serious missions and goals, but we also want to have fun. We don't want to hate life. We want to enjoy life, and we want other people to enjoy life. Yeah. And when I see the response on the internet from the haters and the people getting angry today, I'm just a little perturbed.
The haters?
Let Ye speak. Let the man speak. You may not agree with what he has to say, but why don't you want him to speak? I don't get it. Same thing with Alex Jones. Why?
I think that you could make an argument that saying that you like Nazis and saying that there's a Jewish power structure and that like we need to like stop this and get rid of it. I think that you could make a very strong argument that this is a call to violence. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Yeah, like I feel like it's really, really close because like I've been thinking about this ever since last night whenever Kanye West got banned on Twitter. And it's like, okay, is it fair to ban him for posting the swastika Star of David thing? And I've gone back and forth about this a number of times because it's like, it's not even like espousing a viewpoint necessarily. It's promoting a group that is, and not really is, let's be honest, was like extremely violent.
I don't know enough about politics to know about this.
So it's not even about an idea, it's about a viewpoint. I don't know enough
about history,
or sorry,
politics, or
it's not about like a viewpoint or an idea, it's about a group of people that were violent. It's kind of like having an opinion about something is one thing, but talking positively about a group of people and promoting and saying you are one of these groups of people whenever this group was violent, I think that these are different. So it's really hard for me to know where to draw the line.
What is this? I'm learning. Am I allowed?
It's still violent? Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably have to think about this a lot.
I'm learning about social media, the culture.
I'm not
how
sure
things happen. These
yet.
are like big profile cases. These are things that happen on the internet, not very often.
Symbol is realism.
Why don't you want Alex to speak? What is wrong with you? Why are you so angry? Why are you so serious all the time? If you don't like what they say, tune it out. But here's what gets me, Alex. This is what
the reason why it's important to me is that like, oh yeah, so anybody might be new. This is obviously like kind of a big topic, so there could be like newer viewers in here, people that don't watch all the time. My benchmark and like barometer for what is acceptable and not acceptable conduct online is that calls to violence are bad, non-calls to violence are 99% not bad. So if I could determine that something was a call to violence, I would say that it's bad. That's why it's important to me.
I think it's about the likeness.
It's bothered me with the attacks on you over the years. It bothers me with the attacks we see on Ye today.
And
whether you agree with everything he said or disagree with everything he said. Let's get our priorities straight here, okay? If you're upset with what Kanye West has said today, let me remind you that Kanye West...
Look at the size of that watch. Oh my God. That is massive.
Excuse me, Ye.
Yeah.
Let me correct that. Ye. If you're upset with anything Ye has said here today, Ye is not the person in Chicago shooting people every night, teenagers, innocent people dying. Ye is not the person in D.C. in Congress selling this country out for decades. Ye is not the person with big pharma that's killed millions of people with their products. It's all come out in court that still has influence to mandate their products on the people. That's not Ye.
Where the fuck is the correlation?
Ye.
I would argue that Ye is also not serving to help any of these problems. And if anything, these types of conversations only obfuscate the problems because they scapegoat Jewish people at the expense of the accountability for these pharmaceutical companies. Because now we're not talking about pharmaceutical companies, now we're talking about Jews. So yes, I actually do think that this actively works against that goal.
Is not the one that's lying us into wars where millions of people die and trillions get spent. So for all the backlash...
True, and to be fair, again, Kanye West was, I would say, pretty outwardly negative about George Bush. I think you could say that.
What's a red
So yes,
herring?
he was absolutely against that too.
All the huffing and puffing that we're going to see from this interview in the next 48 hours, you're all clowns. You're all clowns. If this interview upsets you, your priorities are so out of whack.
The yellow one.
And I don't even think you have the capability to enjoy life anymore. And you need to take a serious look and reflection in the mirror.
They're against free will. They're against...
I don't have a problem with them talking to Kanye West or Ye. I don't have a problem with this at all. Like, yeah, of course they should be able to talk to him. Like,
Master Yi?
It's a free country. You can do what you want. I think it's a beautiful thing in a lot of ways that you can have this absolute fucking degenerate shit happen and nobody gets put in a van and driven off by the government and never seen again. Like, we live in such a great time that that's not the case. Like, people forget about that, but if you look at history, most of the time, conversations in this context, criticizing power structures, would result in an execution. It's a very good thing.
Free open discussion, which shows they're evil. And anyone going along with censoring somebody's speech is a fraud and an enemy of the people.
But the people are not evil. It's Satan.
I do think that also there is a fair discussion to be had about where free speech turns into incitement for violence, because there is clearly a line.
Yeah.
And it's just determining whether this is over the line or not.
Yeah, for sure. I actually agree with that 100%.
It's very hard for me to say yes on this one, except for in the context of like Nazis.
Controls the people and puts demonic blocks, so when you see the truth in front of you, you can't even hold the truth.
Now, somebody in chat mentioned something that was a very good point, but it would happen in Russia, so why are they a fan of them? The reason why Nick is a fan of Russia is because Russia is theologically more aligned with Nick than what Nick believes America is. That's why. It has nothing to do with freedom of speech. Like, if you look at it as like a pyramid, the very top fucking triangle is like religion and theology. It seems like for Nick. This is at least my read of it. So, yeah, freedom of speech is not the top triangle.
Destiny was eating chicken and
so hypocrisy?
Waffles with
it's
Nick
not hypocrisy because it's only hypocrisy if you deny that different things have different weighted values. So, like, for example, if you have a deck of cards, like the king is like a more valuable card, or an ace is a more valuable card than like a 3.
Like, it's demonic blocks. I can go to Kim and say, hey, put your family first. You have someone who loves you. Put us first. Put your children first. And it's demonic blocks bringing her into traumatic, everything. She was pushed into the sex tape. She's pushed into saying that she had sex with Pete Davidson in front of a fireplace. Hulu does not love you, Kim. Disney does not love you, Kim. Come home, Kim. Come home.
I think that she probably does that shit on her own. Like, what I don't like about this is, like, I mean, let's be real. If Kim Kardashian didn't have that fucking sex tape, nobody'd know who the fuck she is. Number one.
Real shit.
Number two, she's a grown-ass woman.
She knows what she gets out of things, even though she knows the business.
She's a grown... Like, she can make her own fucking decisions.
And
if she wants to make a sex tape, that's up to her. That's her own decision. I'll be right back.
It's not that she likes Disney, she likes Hulu. Is that she likes them enough that she gets money out of it for doing the services that she gives them. It's a simple exchange. It's a transaction. It's nothing but transactional, like business should always be. Business should not be about loyalty, about respect or love or friendship. Business is fucking business, and it's transactional as fuck, and it should always be like this. So I think him being that big of a businessman overall, and saying, oh, yo, who doesn't love you, Kim? Yeah, what the fuck? I think everybody knows this shit. What? What is that question mark? Wait, what you said is like the most basic concept of all time. The fuck? Guys, that's like the most basic concept of all time. How do people not even agree with this? It's okay, chat is R word. Take, muted. Asmongold Tate, unmuted. Stay reacting. Here comes the stun lock. Just play a game. Can't loyalty be transactional? No. Loyalty is when other systems fail, loyalty kicks in. These are like backup generators. Right? In business, you want to have no backup generators. Not because of friendship
sorry about that.
or love or whatever.
We good. We good. All right, give me 1 second. Let me catch up on all this shit. Then I start with the video. Don't understand me. Kim K makes sex tape. Now it's rich as fuck. That's the world that we live in. Yeah, but she's hot as fuck, so it makes sense. Like, of course. If she was ugly, nobody would give a fuck. That's just the truth.
True. And he wouldn't have given a fuck about her either.
To Christ.
She hot as
go
fuck.
To God. Go to Jesus, because you saying you might
she
not
was?
ever,
She,
or marry
I mean,
somebody,
she was, definitely.
Great. Go marry Tom Brady, whatever you want to do. But get married and use your platform as an influence to keep families together. Don't let the devil use you. And those people that
I feel like Kanye made a big mistake marrying her. It seems to me, like, I don't fucking know that. I don't know either one of them. I have no idea. But it seems to me like Kanye, it's like, this is a religious guy. He's like, he's very conservative. She is going out doing sex tapes, doing all kinds of other stuff, and it fucking drove him crazy. But the thing is, bro,
it would have been worse if you had an echo chamber.
If you didn't know that going into it, that's an own goal.
I actually disagree with this.
Out there,
you did this to yourself.
A massive echo chamber of only one-sided things would have been a cycle of complete dog shit.
I have to think, okay, white lives matter. I'm gonna do a T-shirt. I'm going to make it. You understand? Woke culture is controlled by the Zionist media, making people mad, outraged, going out the street. We're so outraged.
This is a common opinion that one of the things that the Jews are doing are trying to get all of the other races in America to hate each other for like a divide and conquer strategy.
I can explain more later.
But you're not doing anything yourself to change it and follow God
Opposing
and follow
views
Christ.
Are good at home.
We haven't said anything against the word of God today. God says love everyone. So if I say I love the Zionists that cancel my account, then I could say I love. I
love how. So W production, by the way. So the production could tell that Kanye West was about to say that I love Hitler or I love Nazis, and they clipped away from the panel, so if there's a clip of it later on, it would only have him and not the entire panel of other people. That was a W production move. Did you guys notice that?
Like I said, I do love Hitler. I do love the Zionists.
Of course he was going to say that. Of course he was right about to fucking say that. Yep. There we go.
Love everyone. The Zionists cannot tell me who I can love and not love. I don't think like that. I think more like someone that's on the spectrum. Since that's what they want to claim, well, let me be on the spectrum of love, because love.
But that's a good T-shirt. I love Hitler.
That's a bar.
I'm joking.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love Zionists.
That's a good T-shirt. I love Hitler. Holy fuck! This is. Bro,
hello?
This is some real fucking entertainment. Oh my god. Wow.
Sorry.
I love Zionists. We love everyone.
You're just saying love humanity and stop getting past the labels. It's
love is the key. Everyone's promoting this loathing, and it's time to promote love. God.
No, I hear you. Let's bring in Ollie Alexander, who helped get this done. Ollie, I've known you for years, but this is quite the broadcast. This is definitely, so far in 2022, the biggest broadcast of the year. This is it.
Yeah, don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby.
That's right.
Shake and bake.
You're not first, you're last. Come on, Ali, you're on air. Give us your take on this.
No, I mean, this is great. Look, I love everybody on screen, and I love them, and I like them, and I endorse them. And I think that what Owen said is absolutely right. Is like, you can look at this interview.
He says, don't put this on me, Ricky Bobby. What he means by that is, don't blame the fallout of this on me. I wasn't here.
Oh.
Don't you put this evil on me, Ricky Bobby. You got to remember what the movie was. Yeah.
And you can be triggered. You know, you can engage your ego and say, Ye endorsed genocide when he didn't. You could look at this.
I feel like if you endorse the Nazis and you're saying that I love Nazis, I love Hitler, I am a Nazi, And one of the main defining variables or main defining traits of Nazis is genocide. I mean, fuck. I mean, come on, man. Like, why are we playing games? You see what I'm saying? Like, I hate these fucking games people play where they hold a ball in front of you and they say, hey, it's not a ball. It's so annoying.
Broadcast and say, Nicholas Fuentes is a 23, 24-year-old, secret dog whistling KKK Nazi. But that's also not the case. You could say that Alex Jones...
But it's like, what about the cookie clip?
That's being obtuse. He's being obtuse.
What do you mean? Come on. Like,
that is being deliberately obtuse. That's what it is. Come on now.
That's such a bad one. Jesus, like, bro. What are you doing?
And Schroyer are actually platforming hate. But that's not what's going on at all. And I think what's powerful about this broadcast, I really think that we're making narrative history, is that we're breaking the Overton window. The Republican establishment...
That's what I said.
...sold us out. The conservative movement sold us out. The churches, they closed. So when we looked for leadership on the right, there was none. Okay, when Owen Schroyer got charged...
I think this is I think this element is true, is that the conservative, the people that are like this, there is a big, what's the word for it? There is a big movement, I think, among young guys especially, and these are the people that are looking for internet dads, whether their internet dad is... fucking Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, or one of these other self-help gurus. These are a bunch of guys that are resentful towards women, I think, because of all of the OnlyFans stuff and the inequality that creates. And I think that they want to return a lot more to traditional values. That's why you see many guys that are converting to these more hardcore religions, like more serious religions. Like, because you can be, oh, I'm religious. It's like, oh, I go to church on Christmas or something like that. But like, look at what's his name, Andrew Tate, for example, right? He converted to Islam, and I think there's a lot of people that feel this exact same way, and there are a lot of guys, I think, that are lost mentally and emotionally, and they don't have that leadership in their life. They don't have that. That rock, and I think they latch on to somebody like Donald Trump. They latch on to somebody like Andrew Tate or like Jordan Peterson. And this is not to put them all in the same box, but I think that they fulfill the same purpose for different people. And that is why I think they're pushing out people like that. I think that this is why these people keep manifesting, is because there's an increasing and a growing demand for it.
Hey, my best at the divorce.
It's because guys feel like there's not a place for them to reflect and like be themselves in. They feel like they have to be this person that they're not. They can't be soft and sensitive. And I think, or the incels are watching. I'm sure there's a lot of incels that watch me. Like, I have no problem with anybody who watches me as long as they're not fucking annoying. Like, that's all I want to see. Don't be fucking annoying and don't type shit that's going to get me banned. Not fair. Jordan Peterson isn't what you say he is. I don't think Jordan Peterson is a horrible person. I've watched a lot of Jordan Peterson content that I agree with. There's other Jordan Peterson content that I don't agree with, but I think Jordan Peterson, 90% of what he says has nothing to do with politics, and it's simply self-help. This is completely fucking irrelevant, though. The point that I'm saying is that there is a tremendous demand. You can ban Andrew Tate. You can ban Jordan Peterson. You can ban Donald Trump. But at a certain point, you have to ask yourself, why do these people keep manifesting? Why do they keep coming back? What is the root cause?
You don't get it. It's the same thing.
It's like whenever you cut down, like, for example, I've had bamboo in my yard for like 20 years. And we cut down every fucking bamboo. And then next year, there's more bamboo. Why? It's because it's in the ground. It's part of the earth. And I think that's what's happened with a lot of conservatives and a lot of young guys. And I think that's why you see so many people that are young that are, like Nick Fuentes. And a lot of these guys, like none of these guys really have gray hair except for Alex Jones. Like, these are all younger guys. And I think that we're going to see this happen even more and more.
Bamboo is in the ground.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson is shit. What are you saying? I don't think he's really a piece of shit. I think he's just, he can be an asshole with some things. He's just a complicated, kind of weird guy. That's about it for me. Let's see. I'll read a couple more of these. Reason you can't pay for
I'm like the bamboo.
That's when it's
keep
causing
cutting me down,
suicidal
but it doesn't
ideation.
matter.
It's growing. There's a man
always
pushing off
come
the
back
side. We otherwise
because I'm
make
in the
ourselves live it.
ground.
Doesn't help the root issue. Well, yeah. Well, what's happened is it's grown the root issue, and that's why you're seeing things like this. Fuck, dude, you've been living under a rock 20 years, but have cool what's going on in the world? I probably have a better idea than you do because I spend all my time reading about it and looking into stuff like this. That's how whenever, like, if you go back, you watch this video, I know a lot of the shit that they're talking about. I know, like, the nuances to it, like what they mean, all of the shit. I fucking know. I'm not saying I know it better than anybody. I don't. I'm sure somebody like maybe Hassan or Destiny probably know it a bit better than I do. But the truth is that I do know a lot of this shit. Absolutely. I've spent a lot of time reading this. I've been on the internet a long time too.
When Ollie Alexander got sued and investigated, Alex, when you got sued, did we get a call from Mar-a-Lago saying, "Hey, I'm a billionaire and I want to help fund what you guys have been through for me"? No, we didn't. So here we are left with the last option on InfoWars, the home of the resistance. And we're a bunch of
pseudo-celebrities. Is he implying that Trump should have helped Alex Jones whenever Alex Jones got sued for a bunch of money?
That's the same thing as saying, "Oh, dude, girls."
That is the implication,
girls outside,
right?
don't dress
yes?
provocatively,
okay.
otherwise I'm this and
I don't
that.
know if there's something I was missing here.
With one celebrity saying, "Okay, well then we're just going to break the chessboard. We're getting off your chessboard because it is rigged. It's rigged by Lucifer. It's rigged by the Satanists. It is rigged by the Jewish mafia, and people don't want to say that. It's rigged by the Marxists and the leftists and all of these people. And it's actually, frankly, rigged by people who would, betray."
I don't know how Ali is saying this because he's probably, how old is Ali? I bet he's probably about as old as I am. Maybe, around his 30s, somewhere around there. Like, he should remember whenever it was rigged for the right wing, too. Like he's 42? He's 42? No, there's no way he's 42. He doesn't look 42. Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, point is that, like, I was around whenever people lost their jobs at news organizations for actively opposing the invasion of Afghanistan, of Iraq, of daring to question whether there are weapons of mass destruction. I was there. Fucking 3,000 years ago. It wasn't that far. It wasn't that long.
Betrayed Christ within the church, the apostates.
I remember it, yes.
So I think that this broadcast should encourage everybody to take everyone else just at their word, only use what they're saying, take it in good faith and in the best light, and stop relying.
And this is my concern with ceding power to people, with people like on this panel, especially people like Nick Fuentes, is that I don't think that these people actually want to change that. They don't want to change the hegemony. They want to own the hegemony. They want to do the same thing. They just want to be the ones that decide who gets banned and who doesn't.
I'm the cuck. I'm King Cuck, bitch.
On the ADL and the SPLC or Twitter trends.
King Cuck.
In fact,
get it right,
Elon
bitch.
should get rid of Twitter
Holy.
trends. There shouldn't be editorial little comments.
Well, they always control it anyways. We hit number one, they took it off. But bigger than that, what about the biomedical mafia, the big pharma? It's the king daddy with the central banks. So my only concern about talking about certain other elites. How about the big corporate elite that all links up with one agenda? Yeah.
Jesus runs the world. Elon needs to put Alex Jones back on the platform because I don't agree with someone that doesn't believe in Christ saying, "You're cool, you're cool, you're cool, not you." And this is my friend, right? This is my boy, but we can agree to disagree, right? But it's still his platform. It's up to him. But also, I'm not a person that's going to say, "Hey, I agree with everything." There's things that I said today that you guys don't agree with because you're not in the same place or in the same position in your walk that I'm at. I'm in a position where I love the person the doctor that had plastic surgery on my mom. I always have been in a way where...
Context for that, his mom had breast reduction surgery and she ended up dying. And what he's saying is he loved the surgeon that indirectly caused that directly caused that to happen. Yeah, it's really sad. It was just really fucking horrible that happened. I'm sure that completely fucked him up.
I can't hate. I embrace.
You said your mother was sacrificed. Can you elaborate on that?
His mom looked really kind, though.
I believe that Michael Jordan's dad was sacrificed. I believe.
From what I've seen, anyway.
Didn't something happen with Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
My mom. These are all Zionist
his mom?
sacrifices that happened. But this is Satan.
Didn't Hitler start his whole thing against how bad the Jews were because a Jewish doctor ended up like killing or hurting his mom? Yeah.
Everybody says no here, everybody says no here.
And at the end of the day, there's a lot of people that feel like we're at the end of days.
No? Wait, people are saying no.
Yeah, I thought it was the art thing. Yeah, I also thought it was the art thing. He tried to be an artist and say it was trash or something like that.
Let's see. Let me go back and double check. I'm just trying to read and see what this is. It's true? Yeah, I want to make sure that this is true. A Jewish doctor saved his mom, and that was the only Jew he protected? No, it was also his dad, domestic violence. Yeah, that's what I've heard. He actually treated his family for cheap, even named him an honorary Jew. That's more complicated. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That was my version of the history that I had heard. If that's not true, I'll have to look into it.
57 months. Jesus runs the world. God runs the world. Jesus is the real king of Israel. And I'm just a simple servant of God. I'm not a mathematician.
Oh, no, I hear you. You said white lives matter. Because I think I'm going to put words in your mouth. You understood that they're trying to demonize white people to create a crisis and for us to fight with each other. I thought that was very true. I think all lives matter. But you went even stronger and said white lives matter. You got criticized for that. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I thought that that was my right. I felt that I just exercise rights that are only given to whites. A white person can wear a T-shirt that says Black Lives Matter, but for a black person to wear a T-shirt that says White Lives Matter, that somehow makes me racist.
I think that's so stupid. Because black people wear T-shirts that say Black Lives Matter, so it's obviously about what the T-shirt is, not what the person's skin color is.
You guys say facts. You guys are not understanding the premise.
Oh my god!
You just chat. You are misunderstanding the premise.
What is this?
Again, this is just obtuse.
So I love just going up and saying, "Hey, what do you think about this? What about that?" And if we don't
Are people not happy about that? The double standard?
It's not what the words mean. It's what the meaning behind it is. It's what the movement is.
He can completely say this. Everybody's life matters. Of course it does.
It's important.
This is not an argument.
And its weight in society. He knows what that is. He knows it.
People's lives matter or anything like that. Like this is. I don't give a fuck about this. All I'm saying is that the argument that he used is a bad argument. I'm not saying he shouldn't be allowed to wear the shirt. Of course he should be allowed to wear the shirt. Why not? It's a shirt.
If we don't use our consciousness, they're trying to beat us into our consciousness and make us ignorant. They want to dumb us down. And I'm probably the lowest IQ here of anyone speaking. And I'm saying, say out loud what we feel. We would no longer be ran by the idea of fake influence and celebrities.
I'm going to interrupt you.
No, hold on, Alex, don't interrupt me. I denounce.
Hold on, I'm going to let you finish.
Every celebrity. I denounce every celebrity I ever stood next to. God bless you. And you know, that's the Christian word of what I really want to say. Any celebrity, only celebrity that I rock with is Ray J. Literally. Every one of y'all others, y'all all saw, come see me when y'all want to see me. Every fake gangster, so-called killer, any basketball player, any rapper, any actress, any musician, any model, any editor, come see me. Come see God's child right now. Please. I want it. I want to see my mama. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you can't touch in Jesus' name.
That's a little bit disturbing to say that when his mom is dead. This is a bit disturbing. I don't know. That's quite a lot. I mean, Yeah, that's bad.
Baby.
I was going to say this though.
Well, he's wearing a mask.
You say you have the lowest IQ anybody here. I'm not kissing your ass. Yeah, that's not true. There's different types. IQ is just one test. It's one thing. There's cultural IQ. There's mathematical. There's spiritual. There's economic savants. There's art savants. And I can tell you, I'm an idiot savant. That's a French word. It doesn't mean I'm actually an idiot. It means that I don't know a lot of stuff, but things I know, I know. Like I don't even get into it, folks. But it's ridiculous. Okay, I can wake up.
Oh, that's true. I will grant you, Alex Jones knows a lot of shit. Now, a lot of it could be crazy shit. Some of it's real. A lot of it's crazy shit, but he knows all of it.
5 a.m.
Yep. Also.
And I can tell you what time the clock's going to say before I look at it. A little weird thing I can do. The point is that there's savants that actually bring the world to the next level. And I think people need to take that for what it is. I wouldn't call you autistic, but you have a savantish thing about you. And I think that's a positive, not a negative. Nick, you want to?
Yeah, I think that's true.
Say anything? You want to say anything, Ollie
I'm
or
the
Owen?
cuck savant,
Fabio.
Yeah, I want to say this. This is a story that Ye shared. I'm not even going to ask permission because he said he's nobody's hard drive, so I'm nobody's hard drive.
What is that?
Ye was hanging out with Elon, and Elon was sitting there, and they were under a rocket launch, and Elon says to Ye, you have the highest EQ.
Look, here's the thing.
Also the EQ.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Empathetical quoted or something like that. I don't know exactly, but yeah, it's emotional intelligence.
Talking about is like we've assembled a powerful group
not
of
direction
Avengers.
Quality. No,
we have different experiences, different expertise. We, in fact, even interpret information differently. But we've all got a superpower, and we've got to contribute it to taking down the permastate, the deep state, the globalists, whatever anybody wants to call this. This group that's running us, this depopulation group. We've got to, wage war against the machine. And if everybody rushes to get canceled, they can cancel none of us. And so I think that today...
I did this in high school. They said that we weren't allowed to wear hats. And then we all got together after lunch and everybody was wearing a hat. And they sent all of us to the auditorium because we were all going to get referrals. But there were so many people in the auditorium that were wearing hats that it was a fire hazard and they had to let all of us go. What he's saying is true. If you get enough people together, you can do anything you want.
You're not entirely
Again,
wrong.
it's a historic day in which it's not about
together.
Hazard, yeah,
it's
because
an
of
agreement
overcapacity.
and disagreement against them.
No, I agree that this is about saying free speech is sacrosanct.
Certain rooms that are made for a lot of people have certain capacities.
Well, wait. Let me interrupt here. And Nick is actually the person who's talked best about this.
If something
This
happened,
is
it would be
where I
liable.
think that Laura Loomer, who is a Zionist Jew, conservative, and patriot, and then you, who are kind of libertarian or conservatarian, and Owen's kind of conservatarian, would disagree with Nick and I, who might be more of the Catholic tradition. We would totally support blasphemy laws. Totally. And I...
Thank you. At least I can respect Ali because he just says it. We're not talking about cookies. We're talking about Jews. You're not talking about this metaphor. You're talking about what's really, really there. Thank you. I can appreciate this because now we're having an honest conversation. I am not a fan of the idea of blasphemy. I think this is fucking ridiculous.
I know what that is, sorry.
Absolutely fucking ridiculous. I can't believe anybody is believing in this. And I think the reason why this is happening is that these people view they escalated things this high because they view that on the left the escalation has been equally high. So they are trying to match energy with that. I think that's what a big factor of it is.
Insulting religion.
I don't want to speak for him, but what Nick points out is that you have to have a right to dissent. That is way more powerful than free speech, where we're actually rigging the system to have what Ye is talking about, Instagram and pornography.
Absolutely, Ollie. We're going to come right back to you in a moment. Ye wants me to tweet on his giant with 35.
Yeah, I think that's generally true. I mean, let me go back and listen to it again. And
laws, totally. You know, and I don't want to speak for him, but you know, what Nick points out is that you have to have a right to dissent. That is way more powerful than, you know, free speech, where we're actually rigging the system to have what he's talking about.
No, that's fucking stupid.
Okay, chat, guys,
everybody has a. I think
chat with all the new stuff I got. Can I just make some runs or do RP?
They just don't have a right to be listened to. That's the difference.
Stop this schizo.
Like, they absolutely 100% have a right to, you know, say whatever they want and, you know, express themselves however they want, but they don't have a right to have everybody else listen to them. I think it is so weird that you create this, like, weird barrier to entry that, oh, well, only the people that I approve of are able to criticize things or talk about things in any sort of a way.
Chat, I know someone wants to do a review
I find it to be ridiculous.
of the whole Kanye thing.
It's antithetical. Elon new tweet.
But it's like a 2-hour podcast, and he wants to talk over it. So if you wanted to go at 2 p.m. outside, we're never gonna make it, which is fine. If he wants to,
what happened?
If he wants to delay it or do something like that, that's fine.
Twitter will be published on Twitter at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, it's almost done. Started yesterday.
Wow. Oh, wow.
With the 100 Biden,
oh my God.
It's gonna be a whole bunch of nothing.
Who's Hunter Biden? Joe Biden is the president. It's his son. It's like a crackhead.
That's massive though.
Instagram and pornography.
Absolutely, Ollie. We're gonna come right back to you in a moment. Ye wants me to tweet on his giant, 35 million viewers, 36 million?
Yeah, we're going to have Alex Jones put it up from my Twitter. Hi, Ari Emanuel. How's it going? How's your wife's clothing line?
Here, let's do an overhead shot here, please, guys, so I can do this. I haven't tweeted in so long, I hardly remember how this works. You guys do an overhead shot for me? All right, so this is Ye's phone here, and I just want to say, I love...
Dick.
Love,
Dick.
L-O-V, the...
Dick. Jews.
That true? Say that? It's true.
Sure
I do love
you want to say that?
First.
Who's on Instagram?
AMT? What's the abbreviation?
You don't need to abbreviate, man. Bro, he's stuck in 140 characters. Like, he doesn't know they increased the limit of Twitter.
Yeah, I got it. I love the First Amendment. Long live... Yay. Gotta capitalize that, though. All right. I'm going to tweet that. I love the First Amendment. Long live Yay. I hope.
No. We're going to pray. No hoping. We pray.
No, I pray. Pray Elon.
This is so fucking stupid. It's like the Elon Fever Dream podcast,
is for real.
No. Pray to God, not to Elon. Pray that God.
Bro. Apparently God wasn't listening.
God.
I pray to God. I agree. I'll say that. I pray
to Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Say his name. There's power. There's strength in the name.
Bro, the man's got fucking sausage fingers, dude. Just tweet yourself, man. Oh my God. Look at this guy, man. Okay, 1 letter per minute, yo.
That Elon is for real.
What do you mean by for real? What does that mean? For real about what? Be more specific.
Trying to free up the internet.
Write that. Right there.
Elon,
I believe he is.
Pray to Jesus.
I believe he is.
Apple doesn't.
Bro, like, that is just, oh my God.
Bro, his fingers are like the size of a fucking glizzy, bro.
That was a bad call. Yeah, that was a bad call.
Deplatform Elon for freeing the internet.
I hope he's for real.
No, pray that Apple doesn't deplatform Elon for freeing the internet.
Well, he just met with him. He says he's not now, but I hear you. And then ... I love the First Amendment. Long live ye.
That's just kind of cringe.
I pray to Jesus that Elon is for real. Bam! I'm back on Twitter.
Back on Twitter, baby.
There you go. We give it to him now. Here you go, buddy. 35 million or whatever it is followers. This is great ideas you're having, man.
I have a few good ideas. I believe. Let me talk for a second. Don't cut me off.
Bro, like, Nick is just... he's just going in on it. Yeah, he doesn't need any help, but yeah, he's just going right in on it.
Who?
Oh my God.
I have a few good ideas. I have ideas that surpass the idea of just being a blackface for the Trump administration.
Okay.
Just being Elon's cool friend at a concert.
Okay.
I actually have real ideas, Tim Cook. I actually have real ideas. And I get marginalized into these places. And I understand people are afraid of the truth. The best EQ on the planet.
I could see where, if you look at it from Kanye's perspective, that whenever Trump or people tell him that he would be good for the black vote or something like this, even though it's true, it does, think about it in his mind, it compartmentalizes like what he is. But I could easily see that. Like, that seems like a very fair reaction to have.
When I went to people like David Simon and Jamie Salter and all these Jewish businessmen, they would offer me things like, hey, we'll give you one store. And I got frustrated. With the Gap, with Adidas, of being held back. And people act like they're going to help you, but they really control you like how Jamie Salter controls Shaquille O'Neal or the NBA controls Shaquille O'Neal. And this is nothing, no knock to our brother. All black people feel the way I feel, but nobody wants to go broke. No one else can take a $2 billion hit and still have $400 million, So that's God putting me in a position to be able to fight battles that other people can't fight. But the people...
I feel like you can't rely on other people to give you power. You can't rely on other people to allow you to succeed. Yeah, it's like that's a completely bad like methodology. So I hope he moves away from that. Not this form of power. Yeah.
Real people, they're standing up. They're talking. The problem...
How can anybody disagree with this? It's awesome.
I think what Kane did yesterday.
All right, now we got
really
Ali Alexander.
There he is.
Over the tweet command base.
What are you tweeting?
People are too
let's
fucking
see. How about
sensitive
this?
Can we shift the camera over there, guys?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Has time to go now?
Christ is king. America first. What else?
Death of the New World Order.
No death. That's God's battle.
We mean politically. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me be a little self-serving. Don't visit Infowars.com. No, Alex Jones is right. I should have said that.
I like the Infowars part, actually.
How about Groyper? How's that?
Well, your Groyper thing, but also say don't...
Why did they use that name, man? Oh, my God. Like, it's just such a weird name. Like, it just sounds like Groper. Yeah, you know why? But I don't know why. It sounds horrible. Yeah, like I don't know. Like at least like the QAnon. Like I mean, we're the Patriots, right? You've got the Info Warriors. Like Groyper. Like holy fuck. Like I don't think it's. It just doesn't sound good.
Chat. Okay, chat. Listen. There's a couple things. Okay, listen.
Sounds really bad, yeah.
I can't. My brain got stuck on this chat. I want to watch this a lot. I don't know why. I'm idiot brain right now. I want to do runs and RP. I want to go to the sun. I don't know when he wants to go out.
How can he even tag himself?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, do all the way that you, as a master of the universe.
Chat, but don't check, guys. Empty runs are gonna be insane now, chat, guys. I learned every new strat. It's busted. But maybe I can take the last hour that I have to get hired for a couple RPs so I can log in and do it whenever I want to.
How Alex Jones has been banned from literally every single place in the entire world, but he still manages to be the topic of conversation at least once every 3 months. Everybody is talking about this guy. By the way, we are going to be doing Allcraft very soon.
So the whole goal is not to go out anymore? I have an award show, and I'm going with the sun to get some clothes outside, and we're streaming it.
We'll have to pause this very soon, but I'd like to finish up the rest of it. Yeah, he's a pro. This guy is a fucking pro. We have a really big Allcraft today. It's actually Preach. We're going to talk about Dragonflight and all that stuff.
2 years already. What a ride it has been. Thanks for the good times and laughs. This is goodbye for now, or maybe a little longer. Crying face.
And I will not do anything unchristian when we're in the room together. In Jesus' name. Ari, if you want me to help your wife with her line, I'm here.
Okay.
What'd you put out? We're going to put it on screen.
I put out Christ is King, America First, Groyper, and then I put...
Beautiful.
Oh, that's so cringe. Why would you use that word? Oh, my God.
Shit, too, because he's been watching...
What's up?
He's been watching it.
So yeah, I've been yoinking Asmongold's content. What's up?
Oh shit! Hold on, I can't hear you. I gotta fucking change my voice as I was playing. Okay, hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Bro, first of all, 2 p.m. We can do 2 p.m. We can do 3 p.m. if you want.
3 p.m. a little bit better because I want to get. I have some other clothes I want to get at UPS store, which is right next to my house.
Oh, okay.
Well, not really, but I mean, it's not.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Yeah,
well, it's not like an hour away. It's a drop off.
Okay. So I tried. I called ahead of time to go to like all the Rodeo Drive places, and every single one of them said no, you can't film there. So so we're gonna do. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leak the fucking stores that we're gonna go to. We have some stores that we can go to though, and you know we'll be fine. We'll still be fine. And I have Cutie Cinderella's thing after. So are you going to that?
I was not invited, so I'm not gonna show up.
You were not invited? There's no fucking way you were not invited.
Okay, open Discord. Don't say anything. Don't react. I'll say something.
Okay, you're okay. Okay, you don't even have to type it. I already am guessing. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue. What the fuck were we talking about? So we are gonna go to God damn it. We're gonna go to a couple stores. Sykkuno's coming with us.
Yeah.
Okay. They're all gonna come to my place first, and then we'll move from here. If you want, we can link up at the store as well. I can tell you.
I'll go to the house. I don't just DM me just on Twitter. I forgot it. I clean your DMs.
Hey, I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Also, what do you think about this Kanye shit, dude? You know that the guy that Kanye's like hanging out with is like a straight up fucking Nazi, Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, I don't know much about anything. It's just I just feel like he's in this big like rabbit hole of like Jesus told me to do this, God told me to do this type shit, and it's almost like he can't get out of it. And I feel like it's like a spiral. Like
he's definitely not mentally well, and I think people around him are like using him and his like good grace that he created from being like a cherished, well-loved recording artist for many years, and they're basically using that to like platform their fucking insane agendas, like insane far-right Nazi agendas.
Well, I also just feel like overall, as the big line, the big picture, I think it's why I want to watch a little bit, not because it's like politics, just because it's a rare thing to see a massive public figure who's like a master at their role, who has such a massive influence, right? To see one of these guys act in a way that like is like unstoppable to destroy themselves, like it's like an unstoppable self-destruction, and that happens so rarely in any fields. To see somebody that big do that, right, and keep doing it like on his own is like insane. No?
Yeah, he's basically he's like a train wreck. Like you can't look away. But what's really interesting about it, from my perspective at least, is like it's literally like a car crash that you can't look away from. But also at the same time, like it's almost informative, because so many of the shows that he's been on were like a lot of right-wing people who have like similar opinions, maybe not the exact same opinions, but like similar opinions about like abortion, LGBT issues like that, are trying to consistently tell him like, don't say the Jews thing, don't say the Jews thing. And he's like, especially in this Alex Jones interviews, if you watched it, like he just straight up is like, nah, dog, like I'm gonna say it. And he keeps saying it. And it gives the game away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of insane though. I wonder when it's gonna like stop, or like,
I think this is it.
I feel like there's no recovery after that though. I generally feel like it doesn't matter what he does after that. There's no recovery. I think he's kind of past that point. I think he was still on the cusp.
He needs to make graduation times 1 million to be able to fucking recover from that. Like, and I don't think he has the sauce for that. Let's be real. I don't even know if he's gonna be able to. 3 unreleased albums, 2 new releases, a fucking master collab or some shit. He's got it all lined up. But that's not gonna happen, because like he's so toxic, because like if he was just like kind of right wing, okay, if he was just like kind of right wing, people would be like, oh, ew, that's icky, right? But he's not just kind of right wing. He like gave the game away. He went full blown Nazi shit. So when you do that, most people are not gonna want to fucking align with him, because even the most like Norman person recognizes that that's wrong and fucking gross. Like you could have like some racist dude in Alabama look at that and go, nah, man, that's you know, I don't fuck with that Nazi shit.
Yeah. It's why I thought I generally thought that whenever he was going like more a little bit crazy, but wasn't too crazy, that some people were going to try to like associate and piggyback his influence or piggyback him and like glaze him, right, to get a piece of it, right, because it's a big influencer, right, and then they're gonna piggyback, and then some people were kind of piggybacking him a little bit, right, like Fox News was doing it a little bit, like Tucker or whatever, they were glazing for sure. But now that he's gone so far that like nobody will glaze him, even like the most like crazy people.
I don't know if you knew that, but you know what was fucking so cucked? Tucker Carlson knew that he said some like crazy shit about Jews even in that interview, and he deleted that portion on purpose.
No shot.
Yeah, in the beginning, so it came out the next day or like 2 days later, after Kanye went on Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson purposely cut out a part where Kanye was like talking about the Jews. Because Tucker Carlson knows you can't say that. If you say that, then you know people are gonna recognize that you're like a fucking you're like a psycho. So which is why they were like it leaked the day after, and you know, but people had not seen it.
It's pretty crazy though. They tried to like piggyback ride the whole thing, but since he deleted the thing, then now he's just like cherry picking, which is I think it's kind of it's a little bit odd, but. I mean, it is what it is. It's politics. It is the way it goes. But I think I don't know. It's been like Kanye just exploding. I'm just wondering like what's next. I feel like there's always a big explosion at the end. I don't even think this was it. So I'm just gonna sit back and watching.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think that like airing out these kinds of things, like and openly like bombing all the right-wing talking points by just giving the game away is overall going to fire back in a negative way towards like people who want to like promote it in a nefarious, insidious, like secret way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the most successful propagandists are people like Tucker Carlson, who you know might have a lot of ideas that are very similar to you know the quiet parts of what Kanye is saying, but the moment that you say the quiet part out loud, it's like most people will go, "Oh no, fuck that." Anyway, I'll let you get back to your thing.
I'm just gonna do some RP thing for like 30 minutes at most, an hour. I'll probably get my clothes at the spot.
All right.
See what they look like. Then go to your place. I should be there by like 2:30.
All right, peace, dude.
All right, I'll see you there. All right, peace on. Peace on. He did it again. He did it again, dude. Up on the call. Yo, yeah, man, what's up, man? Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, it's been fun, man. Oh, yeah. It's time to go. Peace on, bro. Peace on, bro. Man. Peace on. What the fuck is that, dude? Dude. Am I crazy?